In this video, we're going to look at some tricky Surds questions. So let's take this question here. It says, show that 4 over 1 over root 3 plus root 3 can be written as root 3. So when we have a question like this, what we're going to do, let's take 1 over root 3 first, and let's rationalize the denominator. So we can times the numerator by root 3 times the denominator by root 3, and that's going to give me root 3. Now root 3 times root 3 simply gives me 3. Now I need to add on root 3, so it's going to be root 3 over 3 plus root 3. Now don't forget this is over 1, so to make the denominators the same, times this by 3 times this 1 by 3. Now what we get now is the following: root 3 over 3 plus 3 lots of root 3 over 3. That will give me 4 root 3 over 3, like so. Now what I'm going to do is do 4 divided by this value. So we're going to get 4 divided by 4 root 3 divided by 3. Now this is 4 over 1. Okay, so once we've got this step, we can do 4 over 1 times, take the second fraction, turn it upside down, so we get 3 over 4 root 3. Now straight away the two 4's are going to cancel out. Now what I end up with is, this is a 1 and this is a 1. So 1 times 3 is 3, and then 1 times root 3 simply gives me root 3. So times root 3 times another root 3, and that gives me 3 root 3. Now root 3 times root 3 is 3. Now these cancel out to give me 1 and a 1, and I end up with root 3. That was needed to be shown. Here's another question for you to try. Pause the video, and when you're done, I will go through my work solution. Okay, welcome back. So you want to show that 1 over 1 plus 1 over root 2 is the same as 2 minus root 2. So let's deal with this 1 over root 2 first. So we've got 1 over root 2. Let's rationalize that. So multiply that by root 2. Multiply this by root 2. Now that's going to give me root 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. Then we're going to do 1 plus root 2 over 2. Now that's going to be over 1. So we need to make the denominators the same. Times by 2. Times that by 2. So that's going to give me 2 over 2 plus root 2 over 2. Now that can be simplified to be 2 plus root 2 all over 2. So now what we get now, we're going to do 1 divided by 2 plus root 2 over 2. So that's 1 over 1. So we get 1 over 1 times 2 over 2 plus root 2. Now that gives me 2 over 2 plus root 2. Now we need to rationalize this denominator, so we times by the conjugate, which is just changing the sign, 2 minus root 2, and times that by 2 minus root 2. Now that will give me the following: 2 times 2 gives me 4, minus 2 times root 2 is 2 root 2. Now the denominator we need to be careful about here. So expanding the brackets in the bottom, we're going to get 2 times 2 gives me 4. 2 times minus root 2 gives me minus 2 root 2. 2 times positive root 2 is 2 root 2. And then root 2 times minus root 2 is simply minus 2. So what we end up with is 4 minus 2 root 2, all divided by, well, these cancel out, the minus 2 root 2 and 2 root 2. So what I end up with is 4 minus 2. So that will give me 4 minus 2 root 2 all divided by 2. Then now what I have to do is simply factorize the numerator by taking a common factor out of 2. So I get 2 minus root 2 all divided by 2. And the 2 2's will cancel out. So I get a 1 left over here and a 1 left over here. And 1 times 2 minus root 2 is 2 minus root 2.